Hey BookTube, it's Tara, and this is my February wrap-up. I read 7 books in February. I have my notes ready to talk about them. 1 5-star book in February, 4 4-star books in February, 1 3-star book, and 1 1-star. I'm gonna start with the one I liked the least, and that would be Kobe Bryant's book, the Wizenard series, Training Camp. I really wanted to like this book. I read it as a buddy read in honor of Kobe Bryant, and it follows these young boys, their basketball team, and their dreams of getting out of the bottom. And the bottom is literally the name of their community. So they are then coached by a new coach who happens to be a wizard. And I'll say, if you like Harry Potter and you like sports reads or anything dealing with basketball or sports related, you may enjoy this book. I, however, did not. It didn't hit for me. 1 out of 5 stars. Next up, Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. This was 3 out of 5 stars for me. I did do a standalone review for this book, and I will link it in the cards. If I can't, I will put a link in the description box. If you're not familiar, romance novel follows a black heavyset woman, well off in London, who has fibromyalgia and has lived a very sheltered, closed off life. She almost loses her life due to some accident, and she then decides that she wants to write a get a life list, and she wants to do things like ride a motorcycle, have meaningless sex, have a drunken night, things of that nature. In walks her love interest, Redford. He rides a motorcycle, he has tattoos, he lives on the wild side, romance ensues, happily ever after. That's it. Getting into the 4-star reads for the month, I'll start with How We Fight for Our Lives by Saeed Jones. This is a memoir about a young black gay man, and it follows his life from childhood all the way to adulthood. And we navigate how he comes to terms with being gay, how his family comes to terms with him being gay, the relationships he develops, the unhealthy relationships he has at times with other partners and sexual partners. It is graphic in moments. It is very gritty and raw and real. It is a small book, so quick read. I enjoyed it. 4 out of 5 stars. If you're into that kind of thing, you may enjoy it. Next 4-star read for February, Dear Edward by Napolitano. And I did do a standalone book review video for this book. It follows young Edward. I believe he's 12 years old. Him and his family are relocating from New Jersey to California because his mom got a new job. And on the flight, the plane crashes. He's the only lone survivor, and it navigates his life from there. So pretty good book. 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I'll link it in the cards. Next 4-star read for me would be The Girl with the Louding Voice. Again, I did do another standalone review for this book. Follows young Adunni, and she lives in a small country in Africa. Her father sells her to an older man to be his 3rd wife, and we follow the tale from there and what happens to this young girl, the atrocities that she goes through, how she perseveres and keeps fighting. Very, very good book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would probably read it again. 4th 4-star book or graphic novel is The Rat Queens, and this graphic novel follows these 4 drinking, battling women that kill for profit. It is very graphic. There's a lot of blood, there's sex, there's, as in any graphic novel that you read. If you've read Saga and followed all 9 of those volumes, which I've read, and hands down the best graphic novel I've read to date, it is pretty good in comparison to Saga. Saga is better in my opinion, but Rat Queens was pretty good as well. So it's comedic, it's sassy, it has sorcery, magic, so it's a pretty good graphic novel. If that's what you're into, I would check it out. And my last book, 5 stars, standalone review, loved this book, The Stars and the Blackness Between Them by Junauda Petrus. This book was amazing for me. It follows 2 young black girls, one from Trinidad, one from Minneapolis, how they navigate being gay, how they come together. Not only do they fall in love with each other, but it's more or less about the friendship that develops between these 2 young ladies and what they endure and go through in their lives, because something tragic does happen to one of the young ladies in the book. So I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I would read it again today. And that is all that I have for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please like, share, and comment. If you have a wrap up, let me know what that is, how many books you've read, any 5-star recommendations you may have. I appreciate. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.